Oh, my dear lovely Taurians. Medicine here, and I just want to say a quick thank you for joining us in Circle today and being a part of the healing uh, that is the medicine of these weekly tarot readings. And this week, we are going to be doing a tarot reading for all of you for the week of the 22nd to the 28th. And without further ado, we are going to get started. So in the beginning, I got here the Star card, okay? And what do we know about the Star card? What is this saying? So in the beginning of the week, you are going to be following your guiding light. This is a future-based card, okay? This means that you're going to be following. There's perhaps been some dark times there, some darknesses that's been going on around you, Taurians. And the Star card is that guiding light, okay, that is the light at the end of the tunnel, okay, a light at the end of the storm, a light at the end of all that has been draining you, putting you down, keeping you back, halting you, everything that has not been serving you, everything that has been holding you, that's been weighing on your soul, on your spirit. The Star card is that guiding light at the end of the tunnel that is guiding you to get through the end of that tunnel, okay? So this is about perseverance right here, baby. The Star card is about persevering through those dark times and finding your way to the end of that tunnel, okay? In those dark times, in those dark things that may have been happening around you. Okay, so that's the Star card. That's where you're starting. This is a universal energy, so know that your guiding light is going to be with you. You might even see it physically in the stars. Okay, now we have the Eight of Swords upright. Okay, and let me just take a second here to check this out. So when I look at this, I'm seeing all these different swords that are around you, and it seems like you have kind of been, you've been put in a place, my dear Taurians, where you got all these people perhaps around you, or yeah, you're getting all these people around you sending you different thoughts and messages. You know, there's been some speculation going on. So I keep hearing speculation. I keep getting that, you know, there's been some thoughts and some speculations that have been shot towards you that you have internalized in such a way that you start to believe that they are true. And now you are so blind because of that truth. You have been blindfolded. Your arms, your hands are now tied. You don't feel like you can move, my dear Taurians. You don't feel like you can move with this card because you perhaps feel like you're just kind of stuck in place right now, because if you move, what happens? This is a time of stillness for you, where it's like you're trapped, really. The stillness for me is just like you are very much trapped by the thoughts and words of others, trapped by the thoughts and words of your own self. So there has been a reluctance to move. There has been a reluctance to move forward. This is a time where you have stood still because you feel like you cannot move. If you feel like you do anything to kind of, what's the word here that I'm looking for? If you feel like you do anything to ruffle the feathers a bit, then it's going to harm you and not heal you. Is kind of the feeling here. But understand, what's holding you back is not just what people have said and thought, but it is also what you say and what you think that is setting you still towards the middle of this week here. So here we are with the Star card, your guiding light, guiding you, okay, on your way, you know, and we were just talking about the dense energies and the things that are weighing you down and holding you back, and then all of a sudden here appears the Eight of Swords, that thing which is holding you back and holding you down. is yourself and the thoughts and words of things that other people around you may be saying. So with this card, I definitely would suggest that you start to really introspect and kind of really think about what is truth and what is not truth for you. And if something is true for you, I start sitting down and thinking about why you feel like it's true for you. Why do you think it is true for you? This is all about thoughts. So why do you think whatever is holding you back, whatever is keeping you from moving forward, why do you think it's true? Why do you think what these people are saying around you is true? Why do you think it's true? Okay, I really start sitting down and thinking about that and trying to find some logical, because you may get to this end of the road and be like, you know what they're saying to me has no truth in it at all. And all these things that I'm thinking has no truth in it at all. So how do I break down these barriers and get to moving? Or you may actually find some truth in it and decide that the best thing for you is to stay safe right here in the middle. And you know what? Either way, it's okay. But this is a time where you need to take control over that. You need to recognize that you have a choice here, and you can take control over this situation in any way possible. And even if you did move forward and it ruffled some feathers, does that mean the end of the world? Maybe, maybe not for some of you Taurians. This is a time where you need to start asking yourself that question. You need to ask yourself that question right now, dear Taurians. You need to ask yourself, is this worth me sitting here blindfolded? Is it worth me sitting here with my arms tied? Is it worth me sitting here between all these swords, can't move, can't go nowhere, because I'm probably going to get stabbed, or I'm probably going to get pricked by one of these swords if I move? Is it worth you sitting in place? Or should you take that chance and go ahead and get pricked by a sword or two in order to get you the heck out? Some things to think about there, my dear Taurians. Then we got the Four of Swords, saying that there's going to be a time of rest and relaxation. Yes, there's going to be a time of rest and relaxation for you towards the end of this week. You will finally be able to get some time for meditation. Maybe you get out of town and go away for a little bit and get some time to get you some mental clarity. But either way, there's been a lot of mental focus going on that perhaps has been having you drained. Okay, there's been a lot of things going on that's perhaps has been having you drained. And once you make that decision to step out or stay in, either way, you're going to get yourself some time to really rest and relax from all of that. This is going to be a time where you take some deep breaths and get out of your mind for 2 seconds. Allow yourself to just simply relax for a little while. Imagine that all those thoughts, everything that's been going on for who knows how long, there's a box, okay? Imagine that they are being put into a box, literally. Imagine that all of your thoughts, the things, the words that have come into your mind that you have internalized from other people, imagine that they are now being put in a box towards the end of this week, and that you yourself are able to simply just breathe and rest and relax. That's what's going on here with the Four of Swords. This is time for you to simply just relax. Just breathe. Allow your mind to relax and breathe. Take a sleep. Take a rest. Meditate. The Shaman of Loss is showing up for you Taurians. The Shaman of Loss, and I want you to take a good look at this image, if you can. I'd love for you to take a good look at this image if you can. It looks like a shaman who has a drum in one hand, and this drum is looking like the sun. Okay? In the other hand, it looks like it's holding a tree, just to kind of give you an image. It's holding a tree. And behind the shaman, there is also another figure, a little small other figure behind there. Okay? So what does this mean to you, the Shaman of Loss? I'd love for you to kind of meditate on that or think about that while I open up the book to the Shaman's Oracle. So take some time now to Really think about that, Taurians. All right, I'm ready. He says, I am the Shaman of Loss. I can interpret lost ideas, traditions, beliefs, and meanings. Values you once cherished, but have since forgotten. I help you to understand what losing something means, and teach you the paradox that loss is gain. The paradox that loss is gain. He says, I help those who are lost to find themselves, and those who have lost the path to rediscover it. No matter what you feel is missing from your life, I can help you to replace that loss with fresh hope. So I want you to take a second, my dear Taurians that are checking out and sitting in circle with us today. What is the meaning of loss is gain? How does one gain hope, a fresh hope, when they feel like something is missing out of their life? I'm sure you know exactly what this Shaman of Loss is talking about, my dear Taurians. I know you know what they are talking about. Take yourself for a minute and maybe go back and think about the things that you have lost, and what have you gained in the past, and what have you gained from losing them in the past. Because the one door closes, another one opens. That's what this is about. When one door closes, another one opens. Do not be afraid to allow yourself to lose. Because losing is actually a good thing, since you actually gain something new and something more beneficial than you would have thought possible. The universe cannot survive without balance, and all things have their opposites. Thus, joy must have sorrow, good must have evil, beauty must have ugliness, and gain must have loss. The Shaman of Loss helps us to understand why some things must pass away, why we sometimes lose our path, and why at times all sources of nourishment may seem to dry up. Not all loss is bad. Sometimes we lose things that do us harm. Sometimes we lose things that do us harm. The shaman in this image walks beside us through the labyrinth of time and helps us to rediscover things we believed lost to us forever. Some key interpretations here are rediscovery of forgotten truths, loss and gain, restoration, balance, coming to terms with loss, endurance, acknowledging who we are, allowing things to pass onward. Open your heart to new, fresh hopes. Remember that there have been times when you've lost in your past, okay? And remember what you gained from that. Remember what you gained from it. That's the important key word here, actually, is gain. When you remember what you've lost and you remember what you've gained, where would you be if you did not lose that which did not serve you any longer? Where would you be now today? Think about that. Where would you be now today? What would you have gained if you did not first lose that which did no good for your soul? Where would you be now today, my lovely Taurians? Where would you be now today? I would definitely meditate on the Shaman of Loss. I would journey with the Shaman of Loss. Even if you simply sit still in a quiet corner and simply imagine. Even if you hop into that shower, and when you are in that shower, you think about the Shaman of Loss. That's all you got to do. It's no big, it's not no big complicated, I got to do something to hurry up and take 15, 20 minutes out of my day. You can literally take 5, and you can literally just incorporate some sort of time into what you already do. You take showers, don't you? You eat, don't you? When you sitting and eating, meditate. Eating very much grounds you. When you sit and eat, meditate. Think about the Shaman of Loss. There you have more time than you realize to think about the Shaman of Loss. When you are resting, when you're meditating, when you're resting and when you're meditating with the Four of Swords, intend that you are with the Shaman of Loss, and allow the Shaman of Loss to show you whatever it is they want to show you in whatever form that they want to show it to you. If you need to write it down, baby, write it down. If you need to write it down, write it down. If it's something that you need to record, record it. If you already get the aha moment, whatever way works for you, my practical grounded Taurians. I almost called you my practical grounded shamans because you know what? In your own way, you are shamans. Okay? But my practical grounded, you guys know, you got ways. You know. Okay? Taurians, the bull who faces challenges, the bull who stands up against challenges. This is a challenge, and this is a great time for you to stand against that challenge and face that which you fear. That which you may fear here with the Eight of Swords. Okay, so all those thoughts, face it, baby, face it. That's the divination for you for the week of January 22nd to the 28th, 2017 for all my lovely Taurians. And I wish you the best. I hope you have a blessed, enchanting week. And I'll see you next reading. Aho Mataku Asen.